The great white shark is known as the god of the sea for a reason. The great white shark is the most ferocious predator in our oceans. It rules the seas with its razor-sharp teeth and powerful jaws. No prey is too large or too small for it. Humans are not even safe from this deadly beast. This terrifying shark can drag a full-grown human underwater with ease, just to be playful. It can also devour a whale in minutes. But what happens when two of these massive sharks fight each other? Which one will win such a battle? Which is the largest species of shark? Hi, and welcome to Paleologic. In today's episode, we will find out how the biggest shark of all time hunted, reproduced, and fought against its rivals. Let's get started. Sharks have been ruling the Earth's oceans for over 400 million years. They are true masters of their domain. The oldest known shark was Helicopterian. It lived about 300 million years ago, and until recently, it was considered the largest fish that has ever existed on our planet. Scientists used to think that this huge shark grew up to 6 meters in length. However, after the discovery of a new species of Megalodon, Helicopterian had to give up its title of the largest fish to the latter. Megalodon lived 23 to 3.6 million years ago. It reached lengths of up to 15 meters and weighed about 60 tons. To make an idea of the size of this shark, it's enough to say that it could easily eat a T-Rex. The remains of this ancient shark were discovered in 1843 by the geologist J.J. Biggs, who found a tooth of this monster on the coast of North Carolina. At first, scientists thought that this tooth belonged to an extinct whale. A century later, it was finally determined that it was the tooth of the largest shark that has ever existed. These giants are still far from being the largest creatures that have ever inhabited our oceans. There was a truly gigantic animal that reached lengths of up to 20 meters and weighed over 100 tons. We are talking about the basking shark. These giants reached sexual maturity at around 10 meters in length. At this stage, they weighed about 17 tons. This is almost the same weight as a blue whale calf. The growth rate of the basking shark was simply enormous. It gained 1 ton per year for the first 3 decades of its life. Then the growth rate slowed down to 45 kilograms per year, thus reaching the age of 100 years. The basking shark could grow up to 20 meters in length and weigh more than 100 tons. Despite its impressive size, the basking shark is actually a filter feeder. It feeds on plankton, small fish, and krill. Although the remains of seals and porpoises were found in the stomachs of these sharks, they were most likely caught accidentally. As for the white shark, it is a ruthless predator that attacks other animals for food. The white shark has the second largest brain among living vertebrates after sperm whales. Its brain weighs about 22 kilograms. Thanks to its highly developed brain, this shark demonstrates remarkable intelligence, cunning, and aggression. The white shark is an apex predator. It feeds on almost all types of fish: turtles, seals, sea lions, dolphins, and even whales. This shark doesn't even fear the mighty blue whale, the largest animal on our planet. The white shark attacks the blue whale calves and sometimes even manages to bite off a chunk of its enormous body. Scientists believe that the white shark needs to constantly move to maintain its body temperature. If the water temperature drops, the shark becomes sluggish and clumsy. Such a phenomenon is known as tonic mobility. When attacking prey, the white shark accelerates to 45 kilometers per hour. The shark's teeth are perfect tools for tearing flesh. They are serrated like a hacksaw blade. The number of teeth in a shark's mouth reaches several thousand throughout its life. The shark loses and grows them all the time. The lower teeth are shorter and narrower and are designed to hold the prey. The upper teeth are longer and sharper and are designed to inflict fatal wounds. By the way, a set of white shark teeth can easily cost you $100. On the black market, they are used as an adornment for rings and necklaces. Female white sharks reach sexual maturity later than males. Females mature at around 15 years of age, while males do so at around 10 years. Interestingly, female sharks bear offspring in their bodies for a long time, but they don't give birth to cubs. Instead, the fetuses are formed in their eggs inside the mother's body. One female can carry up to 10 eggs in her body at once. Each egg contains either a male or a female embryo. In total, there can be up to 20 embryos in one womb at a time. Shark eggs are yellow and look like chicken eggs. Their shells are very thin and pliable. In size, they resemble goose eggs. After ripening, the eggs are released into the water column. The female contracts her abdominal muscles, squeezing the eggs out of her body. Sometimes it takes several days for all the eggs to be released. Interestingly, sharks' eggs stick together and form a kind of nest. It seems that nature gave the shark pups a head start in life. That's how it should work. However, unfortunately, it often turns out that the first thing the shark pup eats is its own siblings. Well, cannibalism is not uncommon in the animal kingdom, but this case is still creepy. The males reach sexual maturity at around 13 years of age, and females at around 15 years. But this does not mean that the mating age of sharks is 13 and 15 respectively. Mating occurs only during the breeding season, which usually falls on the summer months. During this period, hordes of hungry male sharks gather near the shores where females are preparing to lay eggs. Males try to be the first to fertilize the female's eggs, competing fiercely for this honor. You can only imagine what kind of battles unfold between the monsters in the water. There have been cases when a female was surrounded by up to 90 males at once. Males compete for females in groups. Usually there are no more than 10 competitors in one group. Fights between male sharks are fierce. Sharks grab each other's dorsal fins with their teeth and try to bite their rivals in the shoulder and pectoral fin. Battles between sharks often end in a draw. Whichever shark is bitten first breaks away from the fight and swims away. The injured shark must now heal and wait for better times. Some species of sharks, including the white shark, engage in ritual fights during the breeding season. They are called consort. During the consort, sharks form pairs and circle together, touching each other with their heads and bodies. Sometimes a third individual joins the couple and the consort becomes a trio. But this happiness usually lasts only a few hours. Then the rival separates the pair. Sharks change partners, and the game starts anew. It is believed that the consorts are necessary for sharks to determine which individuals are ready to mate and which are not. The consorts also help keep potential rivals busy and prevent them from interfering with mating. But sometimes the consorts turn into real battles, especially if one of the rivals wants to steal another shark's partner. Consorts can last several hours. The sharks cover considerable distances at high speeds. But the main goal of the consorts is not to tire the participants, but to determine which individuals are sexually mature. Only after a successful consort can the sharks proceed to mating. When the female is ready to mate, she stops swimming and begins to sink slowly to the bottom. The male follows the female, keeping close to her. When the sharks are close enough to each other, the male fertilizes the female with one of his penises. Yes, sharks have two penises, although they use only one at a time. After fertilization, the male releases a special substance that causes the female to expel the eggs from her body. As mentioned earlier, the eggs immediately stick together and form nests. Sharks usually lay their eggs and return to hunting. Unlike most fish species, sharks do not exhibit parental behavior. They don't guard their eggs, don't fan them with their fins, and don't eat the rest of the eggs after hatching. Shark pups are completely on their own from the moment they are born. Nature has given them excellent adaptations that allow them to survive in the vast ocean. First, these are sharp teeth, thanks to which the little sharks can eat even large prey. Secondly, it's the ability to swim quickly. Newborn sharks are capable of accelerating to 25 kilometers per hour. Finally, newborn sharks have a keen sense of smell. They easily find their prey by its smell. All these adaptations allow young sharks to hunt other fish and grow up to be apex predators themselves. What do you think? How do you feel about sharks? Do you enjoy swimming in the ocean? Have you ever seen a shark in real life? Share your stories in the comments. And of course, like the video and subscribe for more content. Until next time.